Good day everyone, especially to Ma'am Hanalu Handikala. My name is Angelo S. Nacorda and I will report about Morph. First, let us define what is Morph. If phonology has phone, morphology has morph. A morph is concrete while a morpheme is abstract, also seen as a sequence of phonemes. It is a string of phonemes that cannot be divided into smaller units. It's the smallest unit that carries meaning both in writing and sounds. As you can remember to our previous topic about phonology, phonology has a basic unit called phone, or the speech segment serve as the basic unit of phonetic. While in morphology, defined as the study of meaningful unit of language, there is also called morph. The question is, what is the difference between morphemes and morph? In short, morph are what you hear or what you see, while morphemes are the meaning or idea those form represent. For example, in the word cats, cats is a morph because you can physically hear or say them and word. In the word cats contain two morph. It because of the word cat represent animal and the letter S represent a plurality. So in the word cats, it has two morph. On the other hand, morph is a combination of sounds that has a grammatical function. So now, you already know what is morph. So let us move on to the example. The first example is the word unhappiness. Unhappiness has three morph. Because of the word a morph that means not, and word happy, a morph meaning a state of joy or contentment. In the morph ness, a morph that turns an adjective into a noun. Together, this morph create a word unhappiness, meaning the state of not being happy. The second example is the word dogs. Dogs has two morph. Because of the morph dog, that the root morph, which means a canine animal, and the letter S represent a plurality. This morph form dogs, meaning more than one dog. The last example is the word replaying. Replaying contains three morph. Because of the morph re, a morph meaning again, morph play, a morph meaning to engage in an activity, and the morph ing, a morph showing the present participle or continuous action. Together, this morph create replaying, meaning playing again. Hello everyone, I'm back, and now I will explain to you what is inflectional versus derivational morpheme. First, let us define what is inflectional morpheme. Inflectional morpheme is a kind of bound morpheme inserted within the root or stem to create a new words, but do not neverly change its meaning. They adapt the existing words to operate successfully, and sentences are concerned with the grammatical function, such as the difference in the plurality of word, positions, tense, etc. It means inflectional morpheme are bound morphemes, which means they must attach to a root or base word to make sense. They do not change meaning or the word itself, but they change its form to fit into a sentence grammatically. These morphemes are used to indicate things like tense, past present, number, singular plural, position, or comparison. In the words They help the word function correctly in a sentence but do not change its core meaning. Let us move on to the example of inflectional morpheme. The first example is the morpheme S. This inflection make a noun plural. Example, dog plus morpheme S is dogs. Adding S to dog changes it to mean more than one dog. The second example is the morpheme ed. This morpheme indicates that an action happened in the past. Walk plus morpheme ed is walk. Adding ed shows that the action of walking has already happened. The third example is the morpheme ing. This shows that an action is happening right now or continuously. For example, the word run plus morpheme ing is running. The word running indicates that the action is happening at the moment. Fourth example is the morpheme apostrophe s. This shows ownership or possession. For example, John plus morpheme apostrophe s is John's. Adding s shows that something belongs to John. The last example is morpheme er. This morpheme is used to compare two things. Example, the word fast plus morpheme er is faster. The addition of er shows that one thing is faster than another. Let's move on to our next topic about derivational morpheme. So first, let us define what is derivational morpheme. Derivational morpheme are affixes attached to a free morpheme, which change their functional meaning, are concerned with lexical innovations, since the new word form has a different semantic meaning. So, a derivational morpheme is an affixes, a prefix or suffix that is attached to a free morpheme, a word that can stand alone, to create a new word with a different meaning or sometimes a different part of speech. These morphemes are responsible for lexical innovations, meaning they create new words that change the semantic meaning, the meaning of the word, or its grammatical function, like turning a noun into verb or an adjective. So, let us move on to the examples. The first example is happiness. The suffix of happiness is ness. The morpheme ness turns the adjective happy into a noun happiness. For example, she felt happiness after winning. Happy is a feeling adjective, but adding ness create a noun that means the state of being happy. The second example is unhappy. The prefix of unhappy is an. The morpheme an is a prefix that changes the meaning of happy to its opposite, unhappy. For example, she was unhappy with the result. Happy becomes the opposite, showing a different meaning. The third example is teacher. The suffix of teacher is er. The morpheme er turns the verb teach into a noun. Teacher meaning the person who does the action. For example, the teacher explained the lesson. The word changes from an action to the person performing it. The fourth example is quickly. The suffix of quickly is the ly. The morpheme ly turns the adjective quick into an adverb, quickly. Example, he runs quickly. The adjective quick becomes an adverb describing how the action is performed. The last example is legalize. The suffix of legalize is ize. The morpheme ize changes the adjective legal into a verb. Legalize meaning to make something legal. Example, the government decided to legalize marijuana. The word legal changes from a description to an action. I hope that you have learned a lot from me. Thank you and mabuhay!